Listen closely. The world has trained you to complain, to dwell on the weight of what you don't have. Every morning you wake up tangled in whispers of doubt, voices of laziness, fear, and comfort. Before you sit there scrolling, waiting for life to hand you more than you've earned, pause. Hit that subscribe button, step into a world where excuses die and strength rises, and let your journey begin right now. They tell you that today, like yesterday, is too heavy, too hard, too demanding. And if you listen, if you let them steer your mind, you will spend your life dancing around the edges of potential, never stepping into the fire that forges greatness. But hear this, strength is not a gift. Strength is earned. It is sweat poured into silence, steps taken when the body screams, and choices made in the quiet corners of discipline, far away from applause. It's the difference between watching history and carving your own name into it. Joe Frazier felt it in his fists, Jesse Owens in his stride, Michael Jordan in every airborne leap, Serena Williams in every match point. They did not wait for conditions to be perfect. They made conditions bend to their will, and so must you. Stop complaining. Stop blaming the walls that surround you, the streets you walk, the weather that greets you. The world will never adjust itself to your convenience. What it will do, however, is reveal your true mettle. Each obstacle is a mirror, reflecting what you are capable of enduring, of overcoming, of transforming into power. You want glory? It will not arrive in your hand. You must chase it, fight for it, bleed for it, train for it. Endurance is the first law of transformation. Think about the moments you have wavered, the hours you allowed your body to settle into weakness. Now imagine your ancestors, your predecessors, standing in defiance of impossibility. Sugar Ray Robinson stepping into the ring when the world counted him out, enduring pain so he could define possibility itself. Every blister, every heartbeat that screamed quit was a declaration: I will not bend, I will not break, I will rise. Endurance is not about surviving the day, it is about surviving yourself. It is about showing up even when the bed is soft, the mind is heavy, and every part of you wants to surrender. Because every day you endure, you teach your body and mind to carry more weight than it ever thought possible. You teach the world that your spirit is not negotiable. You teach yourself that you are limitless. Sacrifice follows endurance like shadow follows light. Every victory has a cost. Every champion has left pieces of themselves on floors, in gyms, on tracks, in arenas that will never be mentioned in headlines. Michael Jordan's fingers cracked, his knees groaned, his sweat soaked more than just a jersey. It soaked the hours, the mornings before the sun, the nights after the applause faded. Serena Williams did not choose comfort over grit. She chose pain, repetition, perfection, and in doing so, redefined what was humanly possible. Ask yourself, what are you willing to give up to stand taller tomorrow than you do today? What habits will you burn? What moments of indulgence will you set aflame? Sacrifice is not about loss, it is about gain. It is the soil in which the seeds of greatness take root. The world applauds the outcome, but it rarely sees the cost. The choice is yours. Will you pay the price, or will you whisper excuses while watching others rise? Strength is born in the crucible of sacrifice. It is not measured in pounds lifted or medals won, but in the weight of resistance you endure and overcome. Every time you rise from failure, every time you face what terrifies you most, you are reforging your own essence. Picture the legends, the ones whose names echo in eternity. The relentless drive, the unyielding hands, the hearts pounding against limits. They trained not because they were promised a reward, but because mastery demanded it. Fortitude is next. Fortitude is the unspoken promise you make to yourself that no circumstance, no whisper of doubt, no shadow of defeat will ever dictate the boundaries of your life. It is quiet and fierce. It is patience wrapped in action. Jesse Owens did not compete for applause. He ran for defiance, for legacy, for the unbreakable statement that talent combined with relentless work cannot be suppressed. Your fortitude is your rebellion against mediocrity, your refusal to be ordinary when extraordinary is within reach. Purpose is the engine. Without it, endurance is hollow, sacrifice is wasted, strength is directionless, and fortitude is unanchored. Find your reason, the why that burns hotter than comfort, louder than fear, brighter than doubt. Purpose will drive you through mornings when your muscles tremble, when your mind questions, when the world offers every reason to quit. Purpose whispers, you are here to fight, you are here to conquer, you are here to become more than they ever thought possible. And here is the reality. Complaints will always find a home. They will creep into your thoughts, seep into your decisions, and gnaw at your resolve. But training, real, relentless training, is the antidote. When you train, and you do not just build muscle or skill, you build identity. You tell yourself, your mind, your body, I am not a victim. I am not waiting. I am rising. I am forging a life that bends reality to my will. Do you think Serena Williams, every time she stepped on the court, looked at the world and said, this is too much? No. She stepped forward because training had become instinct, because the grind was a language, and because the pursuit of excellence demanded all of her every single day. You too can step forward. You too can let the noise fall away. You too can stop complaining and start training. Training is not a weekend hobby. It is not a convenience. It is a commitment. It is the hammer against the anvil of your potential. Every repetition, every lap, every drop of sweat is a letter you write to your future self. I refuse to quit. I refuse to settle. I refuse to be anything less than everything I am capable of becoming. Every champion, every legend you admire began at a point of zero. No fame, no glory, just an empty gym, a running path in the rain, a pair of worn-out shoes, and a mind willing to fight itself into excellence. You think greatness waits for permission? It doesn't. It waits for resolve, for the decision to leave excuses behind, for the courage to endure what others refuse to face. Pain is inevitable. The body will cry, the mind will rebel, the world will tempt you with ease. But the question is never whether you will feel pain. The question is whether you will rise through it. Every time your lungs burn, every time your muscles scream, every time your mind pleads for surrender, that is the moment that separates the ordinary from the immortal. This is the anvil on which your spirit is forged. Every legend, from Joe Frazier to Michael Jordan, understood it. Pain is not the enemy, it is the messenger, signaling that transformation is underway. Do not chase comfort. Do not hide in shadows where mediocrity lulls you into safety. Real champions inhabit discomfort. Real champions thrive in it. Imagine Jesse Owens in the sweltering sun, pounding the track, running not just for medals, but for defiance itself. Imagine the countless nights Serena Williams has practiced when her body screamed quit. Every second of pain was a conversation with destiny. Will you take control, or will you let life define you? Fortitude is forged in these moments. It is the invisible muscle that carries you through failure, that lets you wake up before the world dares to stir, that teaches your mind to laugh in the face of doubt. Every champion has failed. Every master has been defeated countless times before ascending. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school team. He could have quit, but fortitude whispered, not yet, not today, keep rising. And rise he did, into a legacy that still casts shadows across every arena of competition. Your mind is the battlefield. Your thoughts are your opponents. Every complaint, every rationalization, every I can't is a sparring partner trying to wear you down before the fight has even begun. Train your mind with the same intensity you train your body. Repeat to yourself that limits are illusions. Remind yourself that strength is the habit of defiance against weakness. Command your thoughts like a general commanding an army, unwavering, relentless, impossible to intimidate. Purpose is the compass that aligns endurance, sacrifice, strength, and fortitude. Without it, even the hardest training can drift into emptiness. But with it, every drop of sweat, every aching muscle, every sleepless night becomes a building block of greatness. You are not running just to move. You are not lifting weights just to bulk. You are building a version of yourself that is unbreakable, unstoppable, undeniable. You are constructing a life that echoes long after you leave the room. Sacrifice is not optional. To reach the heights that few dare, you must relinquish what everyone else clings to. Comfort, ease, distraction, these are the chains of mediocrity. Every champion has let them fall. Every legend has embraced the grind. Knowing the cost of greatness is never negotiated, never delayed, never ignored. The question is, what are you willing to surrender in order to claim what is rightfully yours? Now imagine your future self, the one who never quit, the one who ran through the storm when others cowered, the one whose hands bore the calluses of effort, whose heart beat in rhythm with determination, whose mind refused to surrender. That self exists now. That self has always existed. The bridge between you and that version of you is training, not someday, not when the conditions are perfect. Now, discipline is the quiet rhythm beneath the roar of ambition. It is showing up when no one watches, when the bed is warm, when the mind wants rest. It is in the repeated action, the daily devotion to betterment. Every champion's glory is built on this invisible foundation. You do not have to be extraordinary to start, but you must start to become extraordinary. Take the first step, the second, the 100th. Build momentum. Let your commitment grow teeth. Let it bite through doubt. Let it gnaw at fear until nothing remains but action. And here is the ultimate truth. Complaining is an indulgence you can no longer afford. Excuses are poison that dulls the mind and weakens the body. The moment you stop lamenting the unfairness of life and start moving, you reclaim your power. History does not remember those who cried about their circumstances. It remembers those who fought through them. The names echo through time because they trained when no one believed, because they rose when all odds said they should fall, because they refused to be ordinary in a world that rewards mediocrity. Every strike of effort, every lap, every push beyond the pain, every rejection of excuses is a declaration. It is a promise to yourself that you will not be bound by weakness. Every morning you rise before the world. Every night you push through exhaustion. Every second you endure discomfort. You are sculpting a self that commands respect, not from others, but from the one who matters most, you. There is no magic in success, only preparation. There is no shortcut to strength, only persistence. There is no elevator to greatness, only stairs you must climb step by step, with sweat as your currency and courage as your companion. Remember this: every Serena Williams victory, every Michael Jordan ascent, every Jesse Owens record, every Joe Frazier battle began with a single choice: the choice to train, to endure, to sacrifice, to rise, to conquer. Today, that choice is yours. So stop complaining. Stop waiting for permission. Stop blaming circumstances. Stop listening to the whispers of weakness that want to lull you into comfort. Pick up your discipline. Raise your seat. Anders, push past your limits. Train your body. Train your mind. Train your soul. Let every ounce of effort be a brick in the fortress of your becoming. Let the world feel the tremor of your persistence. Let the echoes of your dedication announce your arrival long before you do. Because training is not just preparation. Training is identity. Training is declaration. Training is the act of telling life, I will not settle, I will not falter, I will not quit. I am coming and I am unstoppable.